Cardano and COTI at the brink of a breakout, but only because right now they test key resistance. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what these two cryptos need to do to see a bullish breakout and also why you should be careful. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe and like on the way in. Let's jump into the video. I'm starting on a 6-hour Bitcoin chart for kind of an underlying context to what we're about to discuss, because this is an ugly looking 6-hour. This isn't a good looking 6-hour, in my opinion. We need Bitcoin right now to start putting in some higher highs, higher lows. We got the breakout out of this rising wedge that we talked about, and more importantly, before we dive into Cardano and COTI, this is what I'm tracking. Bitcoin, this is good in the grand scheme of things that we got this pullback to the 50-week moving average, but we do not want to see this fall. And we have around 2 days now, 2 days, 3 hours left of the weekly candle that you see on the screen. How will this weekly close? We want to see upward momentum at this point. It is important for things like Cardano, COTI, and all the other alts that you own. Tweeted this a little bit earlier. Everybody, big news for Cardano. Hit that like button right now for this huge Cardano news. Alonzo testnet, end of month, Goguen is all about utility. And I said it's coming. And this was IOHK tweeting a little bit earlier, a video. I'll put a link in the description so you can kind of get a breakdown, not just on the testnet being ready by the end of the month, but some other things in terms of development updates and what the team over IOHK is doing. This is huge, everybody. We're always zooming out on the weekly chart, and we're always talking about, smart contracts coming up somewhere around this flag, this speculative flag that I placed out here. And this is it. This is the story of that playing out right now. So ADA BTC pair continues to look strong. This is a daily chart right now, even a daily candle looking solid for ADA BTC pair. Want to talk about some things in terms of what Cardano is doing 2 days right now, and that's an old video. I don't want to show you a clip from that. So this is what we're looking at on the daily chart. Now, this monster daily candle, first of all, this was just an epic break. This could play out to be kind of the signal for what's getting ready to bullishly happen for Cardano, more in the mid to long term. Not the immediate term, right? We still have a lot of volatility that could potentially take place right here. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to show a quick clip from, this was just 3 days ago. Check this out. This higher high area, these 21618 lines that we've charted on the screen. That's a range that I'm looking for. Right now, though, so we were at around $1.79 and we hit the range. I mean, this was adjusted a little bit with a new 1618 in a more recent video, but the range that we were looking for is a higher high 1618. We're there. It's huge resistance for Cardano right now. It's right back here, and I actually already have one of the 1618s charted. So it's basically this last swing high to that crazy swing low to like $1.47. We have the 1618 up here right around 205 in that area, and then we have the more midterm 1618. And if you've been watching my videos, you know I've been charting this a lot, which is that last swing high back here to that capitulation that we had. And I mean, wow, look at this wick all the way down here. We have this 1618 right here. This is what Cardano is testing, a mid-range 1618 higher high. And this very big resistance right now, both on the midterm, which is where Cardano literally is right now, $1.96 as I do this video, and the short term 1618 right up here, $2.05. So confluent with that, we have this upper trend line we talked about yesterday. But what I want to note on this chart, and I want to zoom in a little bit, is what Cardano has done. Cardano has put in a potential busted head and shoulders, which we talked about in yesterday's video as well, which is very simply, let me go back to the 6-hour to kind of chart that. Very simply, we have this story, the left shoulder head, right shoulder. We didn't get the break below the neckline. Cardano comes up. We break the highest point, which is the head, and Cardano now makes a move up to this resistance, came back down and tested this high point, which was great to see most recently. This happened today. We got the bounce, and now we're at this resistance again. This is the brink of a breakout, everybody. This isn't clickbait in the title. This is what we'd see If Cardano can break through here, we're getting a breakout. I'm very sure of it. But this is huge resistance, and you want to be careful because look at the downward support for Cardano right now, back into the $60s, $70s. And notice we can easily chart a Fibonacci swing low area, which is this past swing low to current swing high resistance. Look at this lower trend line, confluent with a Fibonacci support. How often are we playing ping pong between these Fibonaccis? And this is what it would be. 618 down at $1.65 to $1.56 at the 786. Be prepared for that. Be very careful right now. It's nice to see Cardano just cruising, consolidating $1.90, $2, but that doesn't necessarily mean like Cardano's bullish right now, especially when we have things like Bitcoin trying to make up its mind. Bitcoin needs to start seeing some bullish momentum, and that will be a good thing for Cardano. So going back to Cardano chart on the hourly, I've been tracking this as well. An inverse head and shoulders, this could be what it takes for Cardano to make the breakouts to and through this Fibonacci 21618 areas, right? And this is a breakout target like 210, 215. It's a very small inverse head and shoulders. This could be the momentum the bulls need. The bears kind of failed here. They failed here. They failed here. Right now, we're slightly above a neckline area. But even in this hourly candle, you can see Cardano struggling right now, exactly at this 1618. Remember, this is the midterm 1618, $1.96. Very big resistance for Cardano right now. Be aware of it. Be ready for it. Let's see if Cardano can break it. That's what I'm watching for in the short term. Short-term support too to the downside, just to throw this out there. This $1.85, $1.83, $1.85 area is a good area. This is that highest point, the head of that head and shoulders that's busted and potentially busted in play. So a revisit to that area could very well be in play. So we're going to continue tracking that. Now, pivoting over to COTI, I want to talk about it. I mean, COTI is a big hold for me. Very bullish on it. It's requiring some patience. I tweeted yesterday, or actually early this morning. I said, COTI just needs some liquidity, and then it's moon time. Patient hands on this one. There's a lot going on. In terms of COTI, I've done videos. We actually interviewed Shahaf Bar-Geffen, the CEO of COTI, not long ago. I mean, it's like a couple of weeks ago. So much going on, so much bullishness, including native exchange listing supposed to be coming up. So let's dig in. There's a couple of things I just want to spot on the charts. It's what I've been watching right now as I do this video. We're getting a little bit of a move on the COTI BTC pair, and this is one of those things I'm watching for. So if you zoom out on the daily chart, this is good. What we're seeing for COTI, right? It's a long time story. This chart goes back 2019 here on this chart. But we have this swing high on the daily. This was August 2020. Came all the way back down, January 2021. Most recently, though, we put in a higher high. And that's extremely bullish signal. Even though we came down, we put in a higher low. And now we're just cruising up. We're doing it. COTI's doing its own thing. What we're looking for is COTI to test this last swing high because we're ultimately looking for a new higher high. We're looking for a continued trend of higher highs and higher lows now for COTI going into this alt season against Bitcoin. We know what Bitcoin dominance is doing. We want to see COTI take advantage of that. And the timing of the bullishness of COTI right now could totally see that happen. So if we're checking out COTI on the daily, we see some upward momentum right around, at this point. I mean, I charted this right before I started the video, I think. To move this up a little bit. But where COTI is right now, to test that last swing high, we're talking about 25 to 30% to the upside. We can go to a USD pair to see what it might take for COTI. Couple things. I mean, the biggest thing is this inverse head and shoulders that I see kind of playing out potentially for COTI right now. This could be what it takes. Very similar to Cardano's situation right now. We have kind of the bears failing. Then they're failing at the head here, failing at a right shoulder. Right now, testing a neckline. Huge resistance, though, for COTI. If you look at the chart right here. And the reason being, we have that neckline resistance of the inverse head and shoulders I just charted, but kind of on more of this midterm chart, we have this swing high, which is what we're trying to really break in the very short term, to swing low, and COTI actually testing a Fibonacci resistance right at this neckline resistance. So again, have to be very careful with COTI right now because same with Cardano. the breakout potential is very big. There's a very strong breakout potential for COTI. I mean, we're talking about 45 to 50 cent target to the upside, but the resistance is very strong as well. So if we fail here, there's definitely room for downside for COTI and more volatility. So that's what I'm watching on COTI right now in terms of charts. And again, this is a game of patience, I would say, in terms of COTI and allowing the fundamental things, the bullish things, to play out. We have to kind of wait for these things to play out. So that's what I'm looking at. Cardano, COTI, a lot of other awesome projects coming up that we're going to be covering. This is Cardano on the weekly chart. It's just, I always have to end it. This is me personally. I always have to end it just looking at the zoomed out charts. Very important in doing that after looking at the zoomed in chart. So be careful out there, everybody. Wait for those confirmations. Let's see if Cardano, COTI can break these areas. Time will tell. We will see. I hope you're having a great day. Hit that subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.